Hello, I'm Helen, I'm one of the group leaders. In our group we're interested in a type of white blood cell called the neutrophil. Neutrophils are really important because they're cells of the immune system that protect us from bugs and bacteria, which we might accidentally get inside the body, for instance if we cut ourselves or if we catch a chest infection. We're really interested in understanding how these cells function normally during infection in healthy people, but also in how these cells are implicated in inflammatory diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis. In autoimmune diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis, cells of the immune system, including neutrophils, become inappropriately activated and start attacking the body. Neutrophils in particular are very damaging because they can release molecules they normally use to kill bacteria directly onto the surface of the joint, which leads to irreversible damage.
This video shows a neutrophil crawling and relentlessly chasing a bacteria among red blood cells. It eventually engulfs the bacteria in order to destroy it. We have an excellent centre for cell imaging here at the University of Liverpool, where we are able to visualise our neutrophils. We are interested in studying a new mode of neutrophil cell suicide called netosis, which is thought to be involved in killing bacteria and in autoimmune diseases.
We work a lot with consultants and nurses at Aintree Hospital to get samples for our research. In our group, we have a particular interest in the involvement of neutrophils in rheumatoid arthritis. This is a severe type of arthritis that affects over 500,000 people in the UK alone, and which can be very difficult to treat. One of the problems many patients have is that they have to try lots of different drugs before they find one that works for them. And this delay in getting on a treatment that works can cause severe and irreversible damage to their joints, leading to deformity, pain and disability. Our research is driven by the principle of personalised medicine. Our goal is that when patients get diagnosed with arthritis, they will be able to have a quick blood test in clinic based on our work in neutrophils, which will tell the clinicians which drug will work for them. That way their disease will start to improve quickly and they will have every opportunity of having a much better quality of life. Another important research project that we have here is one to develop a model of neutrophils using cell lines. At the moment we can only work with neutrophils from fresh blood samples, which means that we have to bleed someone every single time we want to do an experiment. Shehu is a PhD student who's been developing a model of neutrophils using a cell line, which we can keep growing in the lab. This means in future we can do some experiments without having to stick a needle into a colleague first.
In order to get neutrophils for our experiments, we have to take fresh blood samples, either from colleagues here at the university or from patients. We then process the blood in the lab in order to separate the neutrophils out from the other cells in the blood. Once we get the neutrophils out of the blood, we can start doing our experiments. We do experiments to look at gene expression or protein expression using standard lab techniques such as running gels, and then using special staining to look at the different proteins.
We are particularly interested in applying the latest technologies we have at the University of Liverpool to understanding how neutrophils behave in disease. We have projects using gene sequencing to look for biomarkers to predict response to drug therapies. Projects using NMR metabolomics to understand drug effects. And a project using proteomics to study the mechanism of disease.
At the moment we have 2 students working in our group who are based in Thailand. Charlotte and Eddie are on the MBio Sci programme here in Liverpool. And as part of their 6-month research project, they're based in the labs at Konkan University in Thailand, working on a project looking at the involvement of neutrophils in liver fluid infection and how this leads to bile duct cancer. This is an exciting new project led by Professor Edwards, who founded the Neutrophil Research Group in Liverpool 30 years ago. An important part of this project is training researchers from the two institutes as a skills exchange, and so far we've had visits from two Konkan researchers, Professor Sutas and Dr. Kanin, and I'm really looking forward to spending some time in Thailand next year for training. Our work could not be done without the involvement of patients at local hospitals and their generous donation of blood for our research. Research that may not directly help them with their disease management, but which will help patients in a similar situation in the future.